Greetings, Commanders, this is Pagan Horde, and right now, for this Mechbay talk, I would like to do something a little different. I would like to leave sanity at the door and enjoy some of that engine coolant pirates are so fond of. Now, in the past, I've done troll builds, which were pretty fun, and things that I would have loved to do in the main campaign, but never had enough parts to do it. For this one, we're gonna do some cursed one-hit wonder that's gonna throw everything in one turn, and then probably explode. So grab your rum and coolant, do some YouTube stuff, and let's do some stupid contraptions. So, our tale of rum and coolant will begin with the humble Shadowhawk. Why this one? Well, because it's commonly available, it has hands, and it has 5 missile hardpoint for as much rocket as we can cram in there. So let's take a look. All the missile hardpoint are in the same shoulder, however, which may complicate things. So, we're being stupid at the moment. We're enjoying a glass of rum and coolant, so we're not gonna think too fast. We're gonna go a simple 3-5. Let's just give you some heat sink to make you viable. What will we do next? Well, we're gonna cram you full of rockets. That's what we're gonna do. So I'll be honest with you guys, I've never done a rocket build because it's not very viable most of the time. So you got your AoE, which is useful very much in our bomber Nidhogg. You got the heavies with 180 damage for this one, 12 times 15, wow. Which is actually going to be probably our weapon of choice. You got the Inferno, which is very useful for shutting things one shot. I've used the Bushwhacker Pirate for this Rocket Inferno like this multiple times. Not familiar too much with the Meteor. It does structure damage. Rocket Battery. Let's see, 6 times 50 for 300. Wow. 5 rocket launchers mounted together. Each launcher can be fired individually. Okay, well, Rocket Pack. Rocket Pack, that's the one with 5 salvos. For 7.5 tons, that's actually a viable weapon because it's just 9 heat for an optimal range of 300. Rocket packs, you could actually use those. Those are valid weapons. Tandem are also very useful for the structural damage. But for now, we're going for raw. Raw deletus the focus. So it's probably going to be these for 240 damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the rest of the slots, it's probably going to have to be 15s, which are 2 slots, yeah. We are at how much? We're at 1,000 already. A one shot of 1,000, that's going to completely shut us down. But we don't care about that. We don't care at all. So, how do we make this even more ridiculous? Well, there's this weapon in the game called Katusha, and I'm sure you've seen me use it once or twice with our Florida Lamb. The thing is, I don't know if you can squeeze it into a 55 tonner. It works with the Florida Lamb because it has this weird endo Lamb TSM that can triple, quadruple the carrying capacity. So what I know in regular carrying capacity stuff is this. So now we're at 16, but it requires 20 ton for a Katusha. I know there's the grippy hand that can add a wee bit. That one. Plus 20... yeah, that's the one. There you go. Increase maximum carry weight by disarm by 15. So if we get you 2 of these, I only found 1 of this in my entire campaign, so they're pretty rare. But once again, we're going over the top. However, this is still not enough. If there's anything else in there that can actually improve more carry capacity. It could be in the shoulder. No. Maybe the armor. The upper spikes. That's for charge attack. Melee, maybe? No. Melee punch. Lower melee weapon. Hey, increase carrying capacity by an additional 20. Well then. This could actually work. That would be stupid. And it does. What's the number now? 3,180. Oh, sure. Why not? Of course, this would destroy the mech, probably. Or cook the pilot, but, you know, we don't care. So, we're not done. You still have 12 tons remaining. So what do we do with 12 tons? Well, what's left is those 2 energy points. I don't think I can use the energy here with the weapon here. Well, maybe use it after the Katyusha is fired, but not... We're trying to do the ultimate Alpha Strike. So what has the best damage to weight ratio for energy? Huge pulse laser. That's a super heavy stuff, though. Is it? It requires more slot. Yeah, it is too big for our purposes. That one's not bad for 56, but I think it would be on the for more pirate stuff. The chem lasers, the rotating chem lasers. Large rotary chem lasers. There you go. It's 9 tons, but it can do 240 damage if you fire 6. What about the medium one? The medium one is 150 damage for 4 tons. So I would do more if I would use those 2. There we go. That's calculated, this medium range damage here, 3,000 and 330 is calculated by firing 3 of these. I will test that theory by removing 1 and see if it removes by 75. Yeah. So we can add another 150 to the final number in the medium range. Let's keep that in mind. Gotta give it at least 1 bin of ammo so that it can function at least once. Just 1 ton. We have 3 tons left. Are we gonna put it toward more armor or better heat management? Nope. But we only have the support weapon hardpoint. But in the previous troll build video, I did show a thing that would be funny to do with support weapons, which was the Narc launcher. And there's a pirate version of it that does damage. The regular one is 5. This Narc launcher is 5. The Science, or the iNarc, well, because we're going pirate, we're gonna go pirate. That would be 3 tons and I would not have enough room for ammo. Okay. So, I'm gonna put the clan one. Or do I? let's put the pirate. We're going full pirate. And we're gonna remove armor for more weapons. What am I thinking? Need some more rum and coolant. It's a good drink. So, yes. One of the things I've shown before in the previous troll build video was making an Omni-Mech full of narc launchers and using explosive or sneaky bomb to laugh a lot. The explosive is actually very gnarly. It's 25 damage and plus 10 damage dealt with internal stability. It's actually pretty dangerous. So I made a mech with 25 narc launchers and these type of ammo. It was really funny. But now we are in pirate mode, so let's do that. There we go. Now can we do even more? I think we're running at the limit. Is there a ballistic weapon that would do more than rockets? I don't think so. Even the pirate stuff, they take too much slots. Like a rack 20 pirate, 7 slots. Yeah, we're better off with the rockets. All right. I think that would be it for that cursed build. I mean, or is it? We don't need optics. No. We don't need fancy optics. We don't need fancy cool shots or exchanger. Who cares about heat? So, what's the biggest bolt-on rocket we can fit? We still have almost 4 carrying capacity. That's another 60 for 3 tons. 4.5 here would be nice, but it's too much. 120, that's not bad. Okay, so we have tandem, we have heavy. What about the minigun? Not that much. Ground control. What's this? Ground control. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I need to try it at one point. Okay, so it's not going to be tandem. Do we have a heavy rocket like Inferno? We don't. So we have regular rockets. And it's 3.9, so it's not exactly 4. So the best would be 3.5 of weight or something like that. So one of these. Which is 40. Not the internal. Pardon me. Bolt-on rockets. That is 60. And something like 1.5. That is 90 instead. Ah, that's too much. You don't want to? What about this? This works. Okay. So what's the verdict? The verdict is 3,540. But onto that, we need to add 3 more shots of both of these, which would be 75 and 150. So the total verdict would be 3,690 damage of alpha. So let me know what to think. Would you field something like that and just press fire once for the shit and giggles? I think it was fun as an exercise to just see how much damage we can get out of a 55 tonner. The question now becomes how much damage we could get out of a 100 tonner. So, let's make another drink and repeat the exercise. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, so our quest with further insanity is going to bring us to the Atlas A. This guy has 6 missile hardpoint as well as hands for our purposes. Now, I've checked on a bit on the super heavy side, but the super heavy side doesn't appear to be able to use TSM, or at least I have not found any TSM for super heavies, so I don't know if that's possible. Very well, now let's start the same way with industrial TSM. Let's keep on adding what we found out last time with lower melee weapon, as well as the greepy hands, these guys. Now that brings us over 40 tons of carry weight, which raises an important question. Can you dual wield 20 tons weapon? Can you? Yes, you can. Very well. So our dual wielding Katyushas. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you an engine so that the warning stops screaming up here. There we go, making sure we're all good. What's next? Well, we're starting at 4,320. I mean, let's add more. Now, there is this thing called the rocket barrage, if I'm not mistaken. Battery, right. Last one is 300, but it's 5 slots instead of just being 3. However, there's 5 missile hardpoint here and 1 here, so let's put the rocket battery here. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the heavy on this side. Two of these and 315. Let's just put the U somewhere else. 15. There we go. We are now 5,600. Sure. Okay. Wow. Alright, so we're not going to use the hard points in the hands, because now you're dual wielding. It leaves us with just only one ballistic. Well, since we're going full pirates, the most ridiculous ballistic weapon would be a pirate rack. I mean, these things do what? 210? So 420. If we look at the 20, 375. And we double that. Wow, 650 potential damage from a Rack 20 pirate. Problem is, they are extremely short range, so in my main playthrough, I rarely use those things. However, right now we don't care. Oh, that is insanity. Right. So, we're going to also do the same thing with a narc launcher. There you go, pirate, of course, with a explosive ammo. There we go. Let's put in the foot. Now that Rack 20 is gonna need ammo for at least one burst. I believe these guys uses Ultra 20, right? Use Ultra ammo. There we go. Ultra 20. Let's give you a double for shit and giggles. Let's take a look now. So 5,775, but this thing, if we crank it up to 6, let's look at it in the description. If we crank it up to 6, it is 375. So we can take that number and add another 375. So we are looking at 6,150 alpha strike damage. Yeah, that just happened. I did not think we could take that ridiculous concept up to 6,000, but here it is. I mean, I'm almost tempted now to do something like this in my main playthrough and take it to duels and laugh. You have to get point blank, so there's that. But there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done a over 6,000 alpha strike damage monstrosity. Of course it would fry itself. 157 heat. Yep, you would fry yourself instantly. But, you know, who cares? Help you just a little bit to 127 overheat. Alright, so I don't think we can export this to super heavies, but I'm gonna try, because I haven't found any TSM, so we couldn't do a dual wielding Katusha. But we're gonna try it anyway, see how far we can go. So far, we've managed to do a 6,150 build. Yep, we did. Let's see if we can crank it up even further when we look at super heavy weapons. See you in a bit. Alright, so when it comes to super heavies, I think our best option would go to the Omnis. I haven't found something with enough missile hard points into the 200-ton categories. But let's try this Lelurium. I don't know. These things look gnarly though, some Word of Blade stuff. Oof. Seraphim suit. Buffered virtual DNI small cockpit. Wow. X-crated armor. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna spoil everything that thing has, but holy shit. I want one. Very well, so it has fixed-in engine light and other stuff, but nonetheless, this is the Omni with the most carry capacity that I've found in the super heavy 200-ton. So let's start with that. Now, like I said, I haven't found any TSM or stuff to add to a super heavy like that. But we can at least put one Katusha and see what happens. So, Omni... gonna have to do Omnipod lower arm. Omni hand. And then we have a 20-ton capacity, so let's put the Katusha on you. There we go. No? Oh, I just need to put the lower arm onto the other ones as well. That's what you need, 2 hands to wield it. Is that it? Pardon me. Only upon hands. There we go. Okay. That does mean, however, that we will be losing all the hands possibility. Or at least this one. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. So Compared to the Atlas, we're not starting at 4,300 damage. We're starting at 2,100. Of course, the smart thing to do would go back to our rockets, but as we've seen, the Rack Rotary Pirate has some serious power as well, but it's 20 ton, so we could put a lot more of this in here. Not with lower arm. All right. Interesting. That's an option. I mean, that's definitely an option. And then maybe go with the rocket battery. That one in the arm. You can fit that. I can fit it with here, but it's not going to be able to fire it. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put the ammo in this arm instead. I mean, we don't need it to fire that much. But these four would use 12 shots. 24 shots, pardon me. Wow. So we're going to put at least 2 doubles. Doubles are 12, right? 12 shots. So in theory, you would have enough for at least 1 shot of everything. That's our plan. So it says 3,600, but we need to calculate all of these times 6, as well as the rest, and there's still a wee bit of room to add more. Just not in this arm. So the that is taking room everywhere. So we only have room for maybe something small. I think it's still going to be the rockets. The rockets are still our best. If we go heavy rockets, 5. 1 here. 1 here. Cannot be put in the leg. Okay. But you can put in your face. There you go. That's a cursed creation if I ever saw one. That's a 225 heat delta. And that's not even cranking them up to 6. That's just the regular rack. Here, I'm gonna give you a cooling system. There you go. Just to say I'm helping you a bit. Okay. So we need to take that number, which is 3,600, and we need to add, how much is it? 475. I'm taking out the calculator for that one. Yeah, let's look at the weapon description over here. For 375. So we have 375 times 4. So 1,500 more than this number. So we are at 5,100. It's still less than the double Katusha, but it is still quite interesting. I don't think I could fit more. Well, we still have 13 left. If I take 2 of these, this is still 300, but it's... If we strip some armor, maybe we can fit another. Oh, it's the lower arm thing. Never mind. No, so I think that's still our best. I think that's still our best. There's one room here, but it's the hand with the Katusha. We don't have any bolt-on available. Yeah, I think that will be the number. This Leliurium, I think, is capable of 5100 damage. One outburst and totally cook itself. All right, so what do you guys think of our cursed design here of rum and coolant inspired one-shot wonders? Do you think you can do better than the double Katusha Atlas? I don't know, but let me know in the comments what you think. What are your favorite cursed creation? Do you think we should fill this just for the shit and giggle? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching until the end. Please do some YouTube stuff, and I will see you next time. Thank you.